Hi, this is Karen with newclevelandradio.net and the producer of Find Your Way. Yesterday, on Thursday, June 18th, we had a great podcast that went live. The problem is it didn't record. Now, that may have been my error as the producer, and for that I apologize. Or maybe it was the software that we were using. Not sure what caused it, but we didn't record, therefore we don't have yesterday's show. I do have the notes from yesterday's show, which I'm going to post in the show notes here. I'm also going to make sure that gets on our website, newclevelandradio.net, and I'm going to make sure that it gets on our various Facebook platforms. But what I want to share with you is this is not a show that we can just redo. It was raw. It was authentic. Our host, Allison Pina, and her co-host, Chrissy Anderson, and myself, listened to Allison's story of a wonderful retreat that she went to this past weekend. Allison has suffered from grief, innumerable amounts of grief, especially in this past year. Allison talks about the death of her husband 10 years ago and how she supported him. She also talks about the most recent wrenching in her life. Both her mother and her mother-in-law have both died in the last 12 months. Grief is real. It's an emotion. We all go through grief numerous times in our life, but many of us think it just belongs to somebody else. The truth is, we won't get through life without grief and the emotions it stirs. One of the things Allison does talk about in yesterday's podcast, which we will recap in the future, is that it all is based on what you need. Grief isn't about what other people need. It's your personal journey. So however you do it, you're doing it right, even if those around you don't agree. And that's something that we have to learn, is that it's not about agreeing with each other. It's understanding where we each are in the moment. Do I need a hug? I must tell you if I need a hug. Don't give me a hug because you think I need it. Do you need a hug? Ask for it. Do you need to talk? Share your thoughts. There's all different ways of getting out the feelings that we have and becoming authentic about them. Find your place. And as a grieving individual, whether it's for a spouse, a parent, a child, whether it's about the loss of your health or the loss of a job, the loss of your home, any kind of loss. In fact, I'll give you a real good example. A couple weeks ago, I misplaced my rings in the house. I was going wild. Those rings mean a lot to me. My husband gave me those rings, and as a widow, I still wear them, and I still appreciate them. But I had taken them off in a place that I normally don't. I took them off in my dining room. I looked in my bedroom. I looked in the bathroom. I looked in my office. I looked in the living room. I just never looked in the dining room. And where I placed them was a very strange place because I placed them right next to my husband's ashes. Well, guess what? Sometimes we do things and we don't remember. But when I found my rings, I was elated, and it changed how I started seeing things on that day. One of the things that I learned yesterday from Allison was that we have choices. And when you're grieving, you have a choice. You get to find your way down the path. It may not lead you where other people are expecting you, but it may take you on a new journey, a journey that works for you. So please do me a favor, read the notes that are attached to this video. Please understand, I apologize for whatever error happened yesterday. I can't do anything about it. I have searched and researched and tried to find the files, and they're just not there. If you did get to watch it live yesterday, please share your comments, because we certainly would love to know how you reacted to yesterday's podcast. And I do promise you, in the next couple of months, we are going to talk about the retreat that Allison went on. And we're going to talk about it in a new light, because it will be months after she's been on it. And we're going to talk to her about how she has changed, or if she has changed, and what do those changes mean. You all have a choice today, how to live your life, how to face your grief. And no, grief doesn't just disappear. It is always part of us. But we have a choice on how to deal with it. I am choosing to be as positive as I can each and every moment of the day. And when I have those negative thoughts, I accept them, I listen to them, and then I try to dissolve them as quickly as I can, because negativity is not going to help me find my way. Have a great day. Thank you for understanding, and we hope you will follow us and find your way on newclevelandradio.net.